All right, what is up, everybody? Mock Lay here. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. You know what time it is. It's time to get back to that billion-dollar grind in GTA Expanded and Enhanced. And yesterday we left off. I was starting to do some of the agency stuff, but those cutscenes, man, I don't want to make you guys sit through that. So we're not going to look at that. I did some of those missions offline through the night last night. I'm actually on the very last one. Tonight's going to be a pretty short stream, actually. I'm just going to do a Kaio. I'm going to do my nightclub sale. I'm going to do a bunker sale. And then if there's time, I'm going to try to do that final agency where you're hunting down Johnny Guns in the airport and trying to take him out for Dr. Dre. But I don't know if I'll have time to do all of that, but I will certainly get the first things done toward the grind. So when we left off, we have a new Kaio ready in hard mode. We got to start doing the prep missions on those. So let's get into my CEO here. Got to get rotten. Here we go. All right. So gather intel will be the very first one. And again, it's at Grapeseed, man. We've been getting like Grapeseed over and over again on the location for that, which is fine, whatever, I don't care. We go to San Chiansky. We're already there. Look at that. And it's going to be out at the beach, which reminds me, I got to turn off the large radar because I'm going to need to be able to see the cones when I get to the island. Expanded radar was off, actually. That's weird. Okay. Well, anyway. Also, I played around with some of the graphics settings last night after someone in chat yesterday was telling me that I should do the Performance Plus RT for the ray tracing. And I tried it, but honestly, excuse me a minute while I take a little sip of water here. I tried Performance Plus RT because I am on Xbox Series X. And to be honest with you, I didn't care for it as much. It gave up a little bit of wonkiness in the display when I was playing, especially when scenes would change or you'd swing your camera around and something like big and new would come into the view. So I feel like fidelity is best for me. And I know everyone says, but Mock, that's locking you in at 30 frames per second. And yeah, that's true. That's what they say, but I'll tell you what, I'm looking at my capture card and somehow, some way, my Xbox Series X is still sending 60 frames a second. So I don't know if it's doing some weird conversion. I guess, I don't know. Oh, you know what? It's not over here. It's out by the water, isn't it? I'm looking down at that grass field thinking the airplane's going to be there, but it's not. And I knew that. So let's get in here and hello, gentlemen. Do you mind if I blow up your car? I would enjoy very much to send a rocket up your behind. I'm not sure that joke worked, dog. Anyways, let's touch down over here, and I guess I'll just snipe those guys. I probably could have used the rockets on those guys too, because they're a decent distance from the plane, and that's the big thing when you're doing this is you don't want to blow up the plane. That's what you're trying to be careful of. I probably could have used the rockets on them too, but I don't know. I didn't feel like risking it, and my horrible aim is once more. Hello. Man, I can't like see this guy. I think I got him. I wonder if that's brighter on the stream. This is the first time that's happened. I've got these lights on because of the camera and stuff, and it's kind of like blinding me a little bit. So the dark scene on my monitor, I'm like, what am I seeing that right? So, all right, well, let's go to South America and have a little fun, shall we? We'll sneak around. We'll take some pictures. We'll see if they got some party supplies for us. A little bit of brownie mix, a little bit of Coca-Cola, maybe even a little bit of cash for our trouble. Let's see. I certainly hope there's something better than tequila in the glass case, though, this time, because that's been our main target the last couple times, and that's really annoying. So here we go. And as always, when I get close to that trigger point, the yellow circle out there past the docks to take us to Cayo, I gotta remember to put my landing gear down so that that thing doesn't glitch out and force me to start this all over again. Oh. So how is everybody's weekend going? Going good, I hope? I know I'm enjoying my Saturday here. Saturday's a funny day. It's like I work nights and I have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights off. So obviously I work Monday through Thursday nights. And Saturday night's a little funny for me because even though I've still got all tonight and all Sunday night, to be free, whatever, not have to work, it is usually the first night that I start to feel that little bit of dread. Like, oh, the work week's coming again. It's coming back. But it's not a big deal. I enjoy my job for the most part. I ain't complaining. I know in this day and age, with the way things are going out there, pretty lucky to have a job, I guess. But I've been with that company for a very, very long time, and so thankfully there's still a role for me there. I know a lot of people were in their jobs for a very long time, and with all the stuff that happened the last couple of years, a lot of people have found themselves without jobs, and it is a big problem. Terrible stuff going on in the world right now, I'll tell you. But I don't want to bring it down because this is my Saturday night and I want to play some video games. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go rob Cayo Perico. I'm going to go rob El Rubio. Have a little fun at his expense. Cause him to kill a few more of his guards. Although I think I kill most of his guards for him when I do the main heist. Alright, let's get centered on this thing. Alright, so we're coming up. Once I get out over the docks, I'm going to put the landing gear down in order to make sure that the trigger point works. So as a matter of fact, I'm just going to put them down now. It's not that much further. I don't want this thing to glitch out and have to start all over again. Also, I really hope it's daylight on Cayo Perico. How do you say that? Is there like a proper way to say it? Has anyone ever heard Rockstar say it? I don't know, I mean, they're the ones that made it up, so I imagine they're the authority on that. Oh, sweet. We got daylight, guys. We got daylight. Actually, I'm going to take advantage of this to take another sip of water. Excuse me. All right. So... same old cutscenes over and over again. That's the only downside of doing Cayo repeatedly on a grind is you get to you get to know those cutscenes, and you also get to be really sick of them after a while. So, okay, we got Pavel babbling his crap in the background. We're gonna cut up here, do a little bit of off-roading. A friend of mine was talking about this in real life. He was just getting a motorcycle back together, and he was going to be taking it out on some trails. You know, the idea of owning a motorcycle and riding a motorcycle, the idea of it is very appealing to me, but I think that the reality of it is probably not so grand. Not for me. You know, old guy, sore butt, that kind of thing. I know a couple years ago, we went on vacation, and we decided to rent some jet skis because I'll tell you, years and years and years ago, I rented jet skis when I was a much younger man. And I actually rented them. We weren't even on a lake. We were down in Aruba when I rented them. And oh, look at this. We got some Coca-Cola. I see it. I see it over on the left there. Let's see what else is there. Okay, there's nothing on the right table. We got brownie mix in the middle. Oh man, I feel a sneeze coming on, guys. Do you hate that? Like you feel it building? Also, my poor little dog is under my desk in her little bed down there, and if I sneeze, it's going to scare the bejesus out of her, so I hope I don't do it. Send this to Pavel. So we got brownie mix and Coca-Cola there. Now I gotta run fast across here. I always risk this, and I probably shouldn't. I risk that guy up in the tower turning and seeing me and getting thrown back to the airport. But we made it again. I guess the only other thing I would like to see now is another Coca-Cola, because that would max out our bags for value. What do we got here? Take this. So I'm sorry. Yeah. So years and years ago, we were renting jet skis, and we were actually like down in Aruba. We were like on a Caribbean cruise thing. And I gotta send this to Pavel. I gotta learn how to play and talk at the same time. It's actually harder than I thought it would be. Oh, good. He's turned around so I can follow him down the road. So we were down in the Caribbean, and we were in Aruba, and we were renting jet skis. And I was actually, it's not exactly, I guess that's the Caribbean Sea at that point, but it's all connected to the ocean. So I felt like I was jet skiing in the ocean. And I really had a good time with it, man. It was a lot of fun. It was something that I've always look at that. There's nothing over here. So, okay, well, I guess we're just doing Coca-Cola and brownie mix for the heist. And let's get out of here. And we do got to go to both sides of the water, unfortunately, when we do it, to get a full bag. So we rented the jet skis. I was swimming them. I was riding them out in the Caribbean, and it's like riding in the ocean. There were some big swells. I was going way out there. I was even jumping a few of them. Really had a good time. Really enjoyed myself. So just a couple years ago, we went up north on a little vacation, and we rented some jet skis just on a lake. Like it wasn't even the ocean. It was just on a lake. And man, I had a real hard time with it. It was like really like jarring. You're riding along and you're hitting the waves and you're bouncing, and like my whole body is feeling it's just getting jarred. And it was so uncomfortable and so like not fun. And I'm like, what happened, man? I really enjoyed this, like, 20 years ago. But you get old and your body gets old, and you lose the ability to handle stuff like that. It's like, am I ever going to turn? There he goes. So yeah, same kind of thing. I was saying, my buddy was telling me the other day about the motorcycle he had just finished like rebuilding out. And he was looking forward to going riding on trails and stuff. And, that sounds appealing to me, but then I remember the jet skis. And I think to myself, I think the reality of it for me is probably not so nice anymore. Just a little too old, little too brittle. Don't have the body for it anymore. So, yeah, are they going to spawn one of those stupid cars on me right up here the way they've been lately? Yep, they did. They spawned it right there. It was not there when I was coming around. And then all of a sudden when I'm there, it spawns. They've changed up the patterns a little bit in the security here. Not a lot, but a little bit. We can still get through on the same old pattern, but you got to be way more careful and cognizant of these security guards. So this guy is here on the other side of that shed, which means it's going to be up high. Speaking of real life, here's another thing I could never, ever do in real life. I would never be able to climb a ladder like this. Absolutely not. It's too scary. I got a problem with like wide open spaces and heights. So like I'm fine. Like I'm not afraid to go on a plane. I'm not afraid to go up a like a glass elevator in a big skyscraper. That stuff doesn't bother me. Stuff like this bothers me. I would really have a hard time with this. I'd probably like seize up and just like faint and let go. I wouldn't even be able to control it. So let's get in here. What can I say? I'm a wimp. All right, so 3 and 3 is 6 and 2 is 8. So it's got to be one of the 3's times 2. And we're just going to go straight across for all of them then. Yep, there we go. Love how the game gives you a little math problem to solve in the middle of all the violence. Because, balanced. Got to stay balanced. All right, what do we have here? Let's look in the basement. Please don't be tequila. Please, please. Rockstar, if you give me tequila again, I'm going to be irritated. You're chinsing on the payouts here. What do we got here? What do we got? Give me a pink diamond. I don't think I've had it on this joint. Hey, it's tequila. Come on, Rockstar. That's 3 in a row. That is literally 3 tequilas in a row now on here. But it is what it is. Typical of Rockstar. We jump sessions here. Get back to my Kasaka. That's typical of Rockstar too, because just like with the motorcycle sell missions, if you've got the MC businesses, I think everyone can unanimously agree that the post-op van sell missions are the worst missions, like maybe even ever designed in the history of gaming. Certainly the worst one in this game. And so what happens when you have an MC business and you go to sell your product? Something like 60% of the time you get that mission. And the rest of the ones that are better and more fun, you know, those are all set to a lower percentage. And as a matter of fact, the best mission they ever had, excuse me 1 second. Trying to keep my throat from being dry. The best mission they ever even had for the MC businesses, they had it right when it came out. They took it out of the game. It was the backpack mission. And I never even saw it because I didn't start playing those until after they had taken it out. But basically, you'd go to your business, whatever one it was, and it would put all the product in a backpack, and then you could take whatever vehicle you wanted, your own vehicles, stuff like that, to the drop point and drop it off. I'm going to put my large radar back on here. And they took that out of the game. Why? People liked it too much. You know, we can't give people a enjoyable experience in the game. We need to make sure they drive that post-op van until they, well, you know. So, all right. So let's go to weapon loadout. I always buy the suppressors. It's absolutely worth it. Well, mostly because if you want the elite challenge, you need to stay stealth through the whole thing. Crack shot's my favorite loadout. And I do not do Merryweather missions for weapon loadout. Absolutely not. That's why I bought these missiles for this sub. If you've never seen that mission, the Merryweather mission, basically you follow a helicopter from Elysian Island that goes maybe like 2 miles an hour, and flies across most of the map, leading you to some Merryweather site, where you then have to fight a bunch of Merryweather guys, get into an Avenger, which takes off while you're in it, by the way, fight through some Merryweather guys on the Avenger, get the weapon loadout, and then jump out of the Avenger, parachute to the ground, and while you're parachuting down, more Merryweather guys gather around the site. You got to fight your way through them and then escape all the way back across the map to your Kasaka with weapons. This mission takes about 1.5 years to complete, and because of that, so see, it keeps saying on the bottom there, go to Merryweather headquarters, which means I got that mission. I will continue to blow this helicopter up rather than do that mission. I don't care if I have to blow it up 10 times in order to get the office mission instead. It will still take less time to do that than to actually do that Merryweather mission. Actually, my record is 8, so I've had to blow up the helicopter up to 8 times at the most. So this is blow up number 2. Let's see if we can get close to the record here. And then eventually it'll give you one of the office missions. And you're always hoping for 707 Vespucci, but unfortunately, usually you'll get Schlongberg Sachs, which is the harder of the buildings to do that in. All right, I know I say I don't care about wardrobe and stuff in this game, and really I don't. But as I was getting my character set up, hey, look, Schlongberg Sachs, told you. Because of the office missions, that's the worst one, because you can't really land a helicopter up there, or at least not easily. But let's move over to Vespucci. I wonder, is this still $10,000? It is. I forgot to look that up. I think they might have bumped the price on that permanently, unless, like I said, it's some kind of glitch where, because I never did the original Kaio heist for the pictures for Madrazo. I never did it in this version of the game. I wonder if this version of the game thinks that we still need to do that in order to reduce the price of moving the Kasaka from 10,000 to 2,000, which is normally what happens. But no big deal. I don't move it around that much anyway. Excuse me. All right, so we'll stand up here. And so since I can't really easily land this helicopter on the roof, I'm going to stop and get my oppressor on the way. At least that's the plan. Lately, I've had a bit of a habit of messing these setup missions up, like doing stuff like forgetting to get the oppressor and stuff like that when I need it. I don't know if I'm just getting forgetful because I'm old or what, but let's see if I can actually go through these without making mistakes for once. That'd be a good drinking game, wouldn't it? We'll take a drink every time I screw up. What better way to spend your Saturday? So let's call for my oppressor. You know, I'm not sure my oppressor is the active vehicle, so I'm going to go safe, and I'm going to call it as a service from the Terabyte. And then I'm going to go to the Kasaka, return options, return the moon pool vehicle. Do I have my... I think I need to zoom out. Oh, so I was saying I don't really care about wardrobe in this game, and for the most part that is true. But yesterday when I was getting everything set up in this character, since it's still, you know, kind of new, like I noticed yesterday when I was doing some of the missions, like I didn't have the weapon loadout I wanted, and because I just started playing this character in this version of the game, so I needed to get that set up. So I did do some setup. I got all my weapons loaded the way I want. I got the weapon wheel set up the way I wanted, all that stuff. And I couldn't help myself, man. I did buy myself some new clothes and thing. I got some like new blue jeans and stuff. I don't know why. I just did. Got some new sunglasses, that sort of thing. So all right, let's get in here and do this. Now the trick of this is to do it stealth. You got to take your time when you're doing it. You got to come up here. You got silence. I've got a silenced AP. If I could talk. I've got an AP pistol with a silencer on it as my weapon. So I shouldn't trigger these guys at all. If I could get on this thing. There we go. Then we take these two guys out and do the left one first. And then this guy over here in the corner. And now we're in the clear. And there are guys standing like across the office from me. You'll see them when I turn around here. Look at them out there. And they don't even notice what I've done and what I'm doing. I gotta admit, this is kind of an easy mode mission. It really is. So 91, 57, 72. Where are we? All right. What is it about being on camera that makes my nose itch? Maybe I just notice it more because I'm on camera and I think, oh, they don't think I'm picking my nose or something. No, I'm not. I get an itch on the outside. All right, so we go back to the roof. And now we've got our oppressor, so we'll be able to take off real fast, and these guys won't be able to do anything to us. You know, I said that the other day on another mission and promptly glitched out my oppressor and wound up getting machine gunned down to the ground. But not this time. All right, this one went smoothly. This one actually went the way I expect this one to go, which is a nice, refreshing break from the way they've been going lately. And it's funny because, man, I do these things. I've done these things literally 100 times, probably. I mean, I guess I don't know how many Cayo Perico missions I've done. But I've done it literally tens of times for sure. That much I know. Maybe we're approaching 100, maybe we're over 100 even. And I've got my patterns down. I've got the way that I do it down. And it's pretty efficient. It works well. It's pretty easy. But lately, for some reason, when I'm doing it, just like stupid little things are going on that like screw me up in the mission. I don't know what happened with that. Try talking constantly and see how your voice feels. It's pretty nuts. So we've got approach vehicles. I always use the long fin. The story here is that we're going to steal a smuggler's boat that's already one of El Rubio's men. And then we'll go there in that boat. And because we're in a boat that they recognize, they won't suspect us coming in. That's the story behind it. It's at Vinwood, which is good. Vinwood is the furthest location away for this mission. However, it's also the easiest one to get the long fin out of there. Looks like I've still got some body armor. It looks like it's about halfway, so I'm not going to put a new body armor for this. Like I say, this is the easiest one. You don't tend to get stuck on anything out of this, so I can usually get out without taking too many shots from the cops. And we will see. Come out now. And so after buying the agency last night, we're back down to like $28 million. I know we were up to what, like 33 or something? Yeah, around there. But once I finish the final Dr. Dre mission, the Johnny Guns mission, I think I get like $1 million payout for that. So, and then they can stop feeding me all the stuff about agency at that point, because I'll have completed it. So need to put my oppressor away. Goodbye, sir. And call for the Phantom Wedge. The Phantom. I wish I could use like arena war vehicles for this. That would be a lot more fun. I just wish I could have bulletproof tires on the Phantom Wedge in case I run into those police vans with the spike strips. Those spike strips are killer, man. They really mess you up. So here we go. So I thought that fidelity mode, which is the mode that I'm sitting in, it's like the highest video quality for this game. They said they lock it at 30 frames a second in order to ensure the video quality and make sure it's not stressing out. That's why like performance mode would be considered more concerned with FPS, making sure you get your 60 FPS. Performance mode plus ray tracing looks a little bit better, but then it might give up frames every now and then. It might not stay solid at 60, whereas regular performance mode will. Now, fidelity is the best looking one. It really focuses on delivering the game graphics, you know, the way they're meant to be seen. Keep everything sharp and solid and whatnot, but it locks the frames down, they say, to 30 frames a second. Now they say that, but here's the thing. I'm in fidelity mode right now, and you know, you can see on your monitor, and if you're running an Elgato capture card for this like I am, I can see how many frames I'm receiving. And despite everyone in the world saying that fidelity mode locks you to 30 frames a second, my Xbox Series X is still sending 60 frames a second to my Elgato capture card. Maybe I'm just not understanding, which is probably true, by the way. That would not in any way surprise me if that were true. I'm a little bit of adult on this stuff sometimes. But I would have expected, if I were to open up my capture utility that comes with Elgato, I would expect to see the feed coming from this Xbox at 30 frames a second since I'm in fidelity mode. Now, I am only running in 1080p. Why am I not running in 1440p or 4K, you know, the way it's capable of? Well, because my gaming monitor that I bought only does 1080p, but it also does like 120 frame a second if I want to in gaming. That's a whole other story. I split my signal off in HDMI, one to my capture card and one to my gaming monitor directly, rather than using the pass-through on the capture card, because I was wanting to get the 120 frame a second. However, the HDMI switch box that I bought doesn't have the ability to do the higher frame rate. So I'm actually truly stuck at 60 frames a second for this. So that kind of sucks. I will eventually, I bought all the right HDMI cables, everything. I will eventually rectify that. I will get another switch box so that I can at least run 120 frames to my monitor and have the experience I was looking for. It's only a 24-inch monitor, and to be honest with you, I don't see a big difference between like 1440p and 4K and 1080p when you're on a monitor that's only 24 inches big. If you go up to like a 27-inch or a 32-inch or, you know, or a bigger TV or something, yes, absolutely. At that point, I can see the difference. But on 24 inches, not so much. So I'm fine running at 1080p. And what I'm wondering about is if maybe the reason I'm getting 60 frame a second in fidelity mode for my Xbox is because I'm only running in 1080p as opposed to running in 4K, which is what most people are running it in. So I'm wondering if that's the issue. But again, on a oh my God! So Franklin wants me to go do that Johnny Guns mission and finish the Dre heist. Okay, I'm not doing that right now. So anyways, I'm thinking that maybe if you run it at 1080p like I am, then fidelity mode can actually do 60 frame a second. I don't know. I mean, according to the literature, or well, the people reviewing it, making the claims, they say no, it locks it at 30 all the time. But man, that's just not what I'm seeing. That's not what I'm receiving on my capture card. So I think it looks good. I'll tell you, like I said, I tried Performance Plus RT yesterday for a little while, and it didn't look as good. It did things a little funky and stuff. I prefer the, oops, never leave your oppressor out here, like on a slant. Make sure it sits solid, otherwise you'll come back out and it will have fallen into the ocean. I've learned that the hard way a few times. And let me grab another drink here. Now, the funny thing is, I am planning on making some recorded videos, like edited with voiceover and stuff. Some gameplay, like highlights of certain things and whatnot. I used to do that a few years ago. If you look on my channel, you'll see old videos from like 2018. When and don't judge it too harshly. I was learning. Still am. You never stop learning. But and I don't claim to be great now or anything. But I'm just saying I was even worse then than I am now, if you can imagine that. So I'm planning on doing that moving forward, making some videos that are recorded, edited, stuff like that, rather than just live streaming. And when I do that, I will probably have to take this footage, the game footage, and then using DaVinci Resolve, I will upscale it to 1440p before I upload it to YouTube. And the reason I do that is because on YouTube, if you upload 1080p 60 frame a second, and if you're not PewDiePie, if you don't have huge viewership or anything, they will encode your video with a codec called AVC1. And AVC1 looks like dog crap. If you go on my channel and you look at the some of the original Time to Get Away, no, not Time to Get Away. Time to Get Away actually came out well. It's the Madrazo mission checkout time. If you look on my channel, you see like the original videos are some checkout time videos. And that's the old Madrazo mission where there's the girl who's going to be testifying and you ride up on her and take her out and then take a picture of it and get it back to Madrazo. And one of those, in my video list, if you watch the action, I mean, they're not that long, they're just a couple minutes long, but if you watch when I'm like riding my motorcycle up the road, you will see like the worst pixelation in the world taking place as he flies up the road. And that's because of that ABC1 codec. If you were to look at the original video file from when I recorded that, it was smooth as butter. It did not have all that crazy pixelation in it or anything like that. It looked really good, which is why for a while I couldn't, I was learning YouTube. I couldn't figure out like, what happened to my video in transit? Like, why was it so smooth? And then when I uploaded it, it looked like crap. And what I found was that codec, that ABC1 codec, just murders it, especially in like high action scenes. It'll murder the image. And so instead you want to get an encoder they have called VP9. But in order to get the VP9 codec, if you're not a huge YouTuber, you have to be at least 1440p in resolution. And that's why when I make recorded videos, I will upscale it to 1440p in order to get that codec. Look at this. I'm actually playing and talking. All right. Oh, and I almost killed myself here. There we go. Got him. Is there anyone else? Last time I jumped down here and there was a guy like in the corner I wasn't aware of. Okay, he's him, but he won't shoot. He's like cowering. All right, so now I'm going to grab my oppressor. I'm going to try to go down here. Yes, they're going to drive up, but maybe I can get out. Now this gate like gets me all stuck. Boom, out of here. All right. But yeah, so I'm planning on making recorded content, but I will be upscaling it to 1440p in order to get that VP9. And a good example of that would be, I've got a non-commentary run of Time to Get Away, also uploaded from back like 2018. And that would be an example of almost perfect video out of the game. And it was because I uploaded it, maybe I uploaded that one in 4K. No, I think it was 1440p. I found like the perfect OBS settings and upscaled to 1440p and everything looked great. And so ever since I learned that, I always, if I'm going to do pre-recorded edited video, it's always going up in 1440p. If you upscale 1080p to 1440p, it's not a perfect transition because it's not like 1-to-1. Like 720p to 1440p is a perfect transition. 1080p to 1080p, if you wanted that perfect transition, you go to 4K, which is actually 2160p. It's actually exactly double there. Double horizontal and double vertical. But if you upscale to one that isn't a perfect transition, like 1080p to 1440p, it's still, you can't hardly tell the difference. I mean, you'd have to really be looking for it to be able to find it. It still looks really good. But that's definitely something I've been working on in the background. I want to start uploading those kind of videos again. I used to really enjoy doing it, but I don't know, I just fell out of it. I got so many things I want to make, like so many ideas I want to turn in. And it's a good way to spend the weekend, keeps you out of trouble, kind of, except for all the equipment you want to buy. Might get you in a little bit of financial trouble. All right, so where is this place? It's up here. Yeah, this one's sometimes a little bit harder to find for me for some reason. I don't know this area of the map as well or something. So I do know that the switch for the cameras is over here. And the trigger point for that switch can be really sensitive. Like, man, you just step a little bit out of it and you can't trigger it anymore. I feel like they could increase the size of that a little bit, All right, so we want the assault shotgun because we are going into a very, very tight place here. And these guys have shotguns too. Shotguns are always the most deadly in tight spaces. Here we go. Let's go, sir. Hello, sir. How you doing, buddy? Oh, wow, these guys are hiding. They're not coming out. There's 2 of them back there. All right. Got 1. Come on, man. Step out. Step out, sir. Sir, you cannot escape this. Yeah, I know I am, but you know what? He's going to get me. He's going to... All right, thank goodness. The way you're coming around that corner with your gun kind of more on the right. Why is my guy like wonking out here? Hold on. Let me get out of stealth mode. I got a little... Ugh. Well, we made a mess of that wall, didn't we? So, the way you're coming around that box, unfortunately, he kind of can get the drop on you because your gun is on the right and the open space is coming up on the left. So, let's get this. There we go. All right. And go to the archive. And if this archive is the one back by the train station, okay, I'm like 2 for 2 of making a real mess of that. It's not, actually. It's under the bridge from the look of it. Is it under the bridge? No, actually, it's out of the docks. Okay, cool. This is actually the easiest one there is. This one, you can actually totally ignore the cameras, and you won't even have to worry about the guys afterwards, not because you can get away from them, but because it won't alert them. For some reason, after the Los Santos, the LS Tuners update from last summer, it somehow broke this location for this mission, where if you run through the cameras fast, you won't even set them off. You can come back out, they'll still be active, and no one's coming. They never even see you. Whereas before, you had to take them out or else deal with people when you came back out because it saw you. I don't know if they're ever going to fix that. I kind of feel like they don't care. They're Rockstar. They don't care to fix things sometimes. So here's the location. And you can see the cameras up. There's one right there, and there's one over here. But I can just run right through, and it will not set them off. And when I come back out from here, there will not be anyone coming. So, very, very easy mission for this location. And again, I don't know why they set your running to like slow motion in this place. Like, look, my guy looks like he's jogging. Not that I would know what that looks like, you know. All right. So as you see, the cameras are still active. It's like they never even knew anything happened. So that's nice and easy. What time is it? It's about 7 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. I think my buddy's coming over probably in about an hour. We'll watch our weekly movie. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be streaming with friends. We're going to be doing our heist, our casino heist runs. We'll kind of take turns. There's 4 of us, and we'll do it for each of us. We'll be on Discord. Actually, that's going to be my first time streaming with those guys in Discord. I'm going to have to add, sorry to get technical, I'm going to have to add Discord as a source to OBS and then find the levels too. And make sure it's a decent level against the music and against my voice. And of course, I keep the game volume pretty far down. No one wants to listen to Pavel babbling on the same things every single time. Tell you, one idea for a video would be just all the things I've observed about Expanded and Enhanced since it came out. You know, number one, in the cutscenes, my crew emblem on my sweatshirt is gone for some reason. Number 2, the Kasaka now costs 10,000 instead of 2,000 to move. Number 3, everyone said fidelity is 30 frames a second, but I seem to be getting 60. Just little things like that. Oh, we're going up to the top of the Mile High Club for this one. Actually, I pulled up too late, so I'm going to have to do a little circle to get higher. Now, speaking of my old videos on the channel, you'll find one that actually has like 17,000 views. But unfortunately, that was a one-off. It's not something you can make. It was right when Red Dead Online was coming out, and man, I could not connect to their servers for the life of me. And there were all these videos out there, and there was actually the reason I made those videos. That video was more of a response than anything. So many people were posting videos how to fix your problems connecting to Red Dead Online, and the fixes, every single one of them, consisted of basically try again. Like, okay, stop, exit the game, relaunch the game, try again, reboot your console, try again, you just quit the game, try again. It was so stupid, and none of them worked. And it, by the way, if you're able to connect to GTA Online just fine, and you're not able to connect to a Red Dead Online, well, then the problem's not in your console. It's not in your network. The problem is on the server side, their provider servers at that point. And you know how they are when they first launch something. God, I wasn't even playing at that time, but even I've heard about when GTA Online first came out, nobody could get in the servers for like the first couple weeks. It was really bad, and people would get in and they'd grind stuff up, and then they'd log in again and find their character like wiped, deleted, and they lost all their progress. Like, it was a big problem right at the beginning. And this would be like, what, fall of 2013, I guess, at that time. So now we're talking fall of 2018, 5 years later. Red Dead Online is just coming online, and yeah, it had all kinds of problems connecting. And so, yeah, and none of the proposed fixes for it that all these people were posting, none of them worked. And so that was the point of my video, was just to show that, look, this is not on your console. This is not on your home network. You can do everything they say, and look at that. It doesn't do anything. Now, I've got one wicked little confession on that video, though. I was actually breaking my own connection at that point, right at that point when I was making that video, and I didn't realize it. And it's kind of funny that the video of all of the videos I've posted, the one that got the most views, and I mean far and wide, if most of my videos get like 100, 150 views, this one got 17,000. So, there's no question about it. It was the largest video I ever made. And the irony of that is, first of all, you can't repeat it because it was just about an issue that was taking place at that time. So you got that. But the real irony and wicked little secret behind it is, it was my fault. It actually was. I'm a network IT guy. What I do professionally is I support like Cisco routers, switches, stuff like that. And so I don't like getting griefed when I'm grinding in GTA. So I had set up a little router in front of my console, and I was blocking all outbound UDP ports from my console to the internet. Any UDP port over 1000, my console is not allowed to send out. And what that ends up giving me is a true public lobby in GTA Online that nobody can join with me ever. So basically, UDP ports 1001 to 65,535 are blocked, and I get lobbies to myself, and no one can join. And that's how I grind and not get messed with. Very cool. Not an uncommon thing. A lot of people know about that. You can find videos about it. What I didn't remember as I was making that video about Red Dead Online connectivity was I forgot that my UDP filter was active on my router. And what gives you solo lobbies in GTA breaks your connectivity to the Red Dead Online servers. So I made that video scathing Rockstar, and it turned out that my particular problem was actually my fault. It was my own doing that caused it because of my GTA filter. Now, I didn't feel too bad about it because even when I turned that filter off, I did still encounter that problem fairly regularly, but not as consistently as I showed in that video. And that was because my rule was on it, and I didn't realize it till later. I just happened to notice it like the next couple days later, and I was like, oh, and then I'm like, well, maybe should I take the video down? I'm like, oh crap, it's at that point it's got like 10,000 views. I'm like, oh, of course. So anyway, little bit of irony there. You know, before I launch this, I gotta change my radar to the smaller one. That always made me laugh a little bit, though. So, okay, it's time to do the real heist. Go out and rob El Rubio of another bottle of tequila, which doesn't thrill me, but it is what it is. And I've noticed this is definitely laggier in this version, like waiting for these loading screens. That is one thing that that they broke a little bit, I feel like. So, approach vehicle, Longfin as always, infiltration point, North Dock as always, where we know we have Coca-Cola and brownie mix. We're going to go through the drainage tunnel, don't care about the escape. Time of day, daylight, please. I don't like Cayo at night. And let's go. Let's do it. So here we are, 7:07. I still got to do my nightclub and my bunker sale and maybe pull off a payphone hit as well. But that's okay. Okay, and again, it almost runs me into the cliff, which is a little bit annoying. All right, so the Coca-Cola is on the left. And I really got to get that first because it takes up the most room in the bag, and I want to make sure I leave room for that. I don't want to get like the 2 brownie mixes and then go try to get the Coca-Cola. So, but I don't want to round this thing. That was what I did the other day. I'm just going to leave it out here, and if it floats out a little, it floats out a little. I'll just deal with it. Let's get around this corner here. I gotta pull out. Oh, there he is, actually. He's right there. All right. So I gotta come up here. And he's gonna be standing there. Got him. Take out the cameras before the cameras see the body. Shoot out the switch to break the mechanism. Otherwise, the gate will drop back down if this is meant to be like for 2 people. Okay, so we'll grab the Coca-Cola here, and we actually have brownie mix here too, so we'll get one of the brownie mixes here. All right, come on now, let's go. Brownie mix, party for everybody. Okay. What is going on with the thing on my left? Is there like a monster under there or something? What was that stuff doing, man? I don't want to know. I think they got a rat problem or something, maybe. Jeez. All right, so I'm gonna swim over here. And boom. Come in here and pull my weapon out again. Now this guy should turn around in a minute and come in here, and when he does, I'll pop him. I like to do it out of sight because I notice when I kill him outside, sometimes the camera spots his body afterwards, and I get triggered. Oh, I wasn't looking when he came in. Okay, saved it. So there's one brownie mix here, and then we can get out of here. All right. Here we go. All right, that's actually pretty easy. I don't even have to worry too much about anything else. I'm just going to swim across. My bags are full now, so I'm just going to go ahead and try not to like run in weird directions. Come back over to this side, get back to the boat, and get to the compound and knock it out. Well, this whole Cayo has gone really smoothly so far. It makes me a little scared what's going to happen when we get to the compound, because I am clearly due for some problems now. All right, we will... jump on here. Well, the North Dock went about as well as it could possibly go. About the only way that could have been better would have been if there were 2 Coca-Colas in like the one little place. That would have been the best. But as far as North Dock goes, that went very smooth. So knock on wood, the console goes, what's the word I'm looking for? The compound. Knock on wood, the compound goes as smoothly now. El Rubio's compound. I've got the timing down pretty good on those guards in there, but I don't know, the last couple times I felt like I wasn't really syncing perfectly with it. And I think part of it is the live streaming thing. Like I feel like when I'm talking, it does kind of throw me off a little bit, because I'm not as focused as I normally am when I'm sitting here grinding. But you know, if you're gonna stream it, you can't just sit there silently doing it. I mean, I know some people do, but I don't think that's any fun to watch, is it? It might it might not be fun to watch anyways, but at least I'm trying. All right, so yeah, and the console, trying to do this with a console stick versus doing it with mouse, it's so much more difficult. I'm also starting to feel like maybe this controller is starting to wear a little bit. I mean, it's almost a year old, and I have played it very heavily, so maybe that's true. I feel like the A button is not as responsive as it used to be. I might buy another one and try it out just to see if I can tell the difference, if it is the controller. The the sad alternative is, if it's not the controller, then it is my advancing age, and I'm just losing my dexterity in my hand. You know, hopefully that's not the case, but you know, it's a reality I have to admit is it's a possibility I have to concede about that. And we'll wait this cutscene, get another water. There we go. All right, so I want my AP pistol, I want my wider view, and go. Come on now. It's a foot race. Oh, and my guy. Wonk, wonk, wonk. I swear to God, the controls in this are so wonky sometimes. All right. Let's get this. Got him. Got him. Got the gate key too with him. Missed the camera the first time. Then, wow. Got him. And I blew it. Yep. And the only thing to do when that happens, jump back to your Kasaka. That's where I mess up the most, is that guy through that gate. I mess him up more than anything else, I think. And you know what? He's not really necessary. I don't really have to kill him. Not there. And I may not need to at all, because he's just walking back and forth out there, and he's really easy to slip by anyways when I'm on my way out. So there's not really any necessity that I take that guy out. So I think, I don't know. It seems like starting with this new version, I seem to mess that up more for some reason. So I think what I'm probably going to do is maybe leave that guy alone at that point. If I need to take him out on my way out at the very end, I will. But right there where he's like through the gate over there, I don't need to do that. So I think moving forward, I'm going to leave it alone. And that really that really sucks because I have to start the Cayo Perico heist again. But if I were to do a fast restart of it, the problem with that is, first of all, sometimes the fast restart starts you with the alarms going off still. And second of all, as soon as you do that, you lose the elite challenge bonus. And I don't want to lose that because this is already a pretty low value heist as it is because of the tequila and stuff. So, all right, I'm going to do it again, and I'm just going to be real careful. So, confirm settings, play. And we've got the approach vehicle, the infiltration point, the entry point. Don't care about the escape point, and I want daytime. And ready. All right. Let's go again. Let's try again. Try to stay better focused there. That really surprised me. I knew stuff was going too well for me. I knew it. cannot have things go that smoothly. Actually, that's not true. I've done this heist, like I say, like 100 times. I've had it go smoothly over and over. I've had like 25, 30 straight perfect heists with this. It is really that easy. It's just, I'm just kind of screwing up a little bit here, having the weird wonky things going on. No, do not run aground. Okay. That was bad. I hit that rock and it like threw my boat. Yeah, I'm gonna get myself in trouble here if I don't get to shore quickly. This guy will come, and I did not mean to jump off that way, like, at all. This guy will come and he's gonna see me around the corner, and we're gonna have to restart again right away. All right, so we'll pull this out. Is he down here yet? I think he might be here already. Is he here? Yes, he is. Okay, and we'll take these two out. Take this out. All right. Oh, look at this. We got a party in here. Coca-Cola and brownie mix. Happy Saturday. All right. I'll say this for Cayo compared to the casino heist. They certainly improved the grab mechanics for grabbing stuff off. Okay, there we go. And we will swim across over here and we'll kick a box around because it's just what we do. And oh man, that guy, I'm never gonna get to him in time. He's gonna get all the way through that building and then I'm gonna have to wait. Oh well. Things don't always go your way. Let's try. I don't think I can get him. Dude. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that didn't set off the alarms. Sorry about the mic there. Wow. I couldn't hit him. I was like shooting to the left, shooting to the right. I couldn't like center on his head. I've got to get better with these thumbs. So maybe I should be playing in like assisted aim and not these free aim lobbies. My thumbs just are not talented enough for this. I can't believe that did not set off the alarms. I can't believe that. That I got so lucky. Uh-oh. Something set off the alarms now, though. Are you kidding me? Oh, okay. All right. Attempt number 3. Wow. So I got through that. I didn't set off the alarms, and then somehow I did set off the alarms. I don't know if the splash when I jumped into the water, maybe that's what set them off, like the noise. I guess I'll keep that in mind next time. I'll just slip down into the water and not dive like that. But I didn't think anyone was looking at me where I was. I didn't see any red cones. I'll have to review that. I'll have to review the stream later and take a look at that because I didn't think I was in view of anybody. Huh. Crazy. Boy, it's coming up on 7:20 though. I think my buddy will probably be here around 8. Gotta get my phone out and listen for his text. We got 40 minutes. Oops, knocking over water bottles here. All right, so attempt number 3. This time it's gonna go perfect. The third time is the charm. Absolutely, I believe that. This is going to be perfect. We're gonna get all of this low Kaio payout. If this one doesn't work though, I'm just gonna go do my nightclub and bunker sales and call it a day on Kaio, and just accept my limitations. Mankind has got to know his limitations. So here we go. And approach vehicle. Infiltration point. Whoops. Airstrip. Time of day. Continue. All right. I wonder if it's the expanded and enhanced, like if there's like some subtle differences, like in, I don't know, like in controls and stuff or something that's maybe messing me up. What I can't believe is that as I sat there missing that guy and shooting bullets wildly in all directions, that didn't set anybody off. But running back out and jumping in the water did. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I know I have a silencer on the gun. There, you could make that argument. The gun's not that loud, but I don't know. I was really surprised when they got set off then. I'm definitely going to be more careful now. All right, so let's pull up here. All right, good enough. I don't care if it floats out a little bit. I'll deal with it. Gotta get the gun out. And let's see if we can get there before this dude gets set up. I don't see him walking, so I'm hoping he's already there. He is. Got him. You gotta take out the camera if I can get the... There we go. We shot the mechanism, took it out, opened the gate. So, here's our Saturday night. Coca-Cola and brownie mix. And now we will grab the brownie mix. All right. All right, so I'm going to swim across here. I'm going to run in there. And got him. And I don't think that'll be in view of any security camera. I'll find out, won't I? Because I'll suddenly get a message saying, security camera found a dead body. And all the alarms will go off, and that'll be that for Kaio today. Okay, so we filled up the bag with Coca-Cola and brownie mix. And now we're gonna go quietly now. All right, and I wonder if it was the dive in the huge splash that, oh, you know what? It might have been the watchtower guy, actually. I was looking at that cone while I was swimming just now, and actually the watchtower vision cone got to me. All right, I'm gonna run out here. My boat has floated pretty far out, but that's okay. I just don't want to do what I did the other day. Don't want to do what I did the other day when I ran it aground and ended up breaking it. That's almost impossible to recover from at that point. I tried. Oh, no. Oh. Well, that was an interesting... that was an interesting exhibition of... an interesting exhibit of physics there, wasn't it? That would have been a crazy way to, like, ruin this one. Oh, fun never stops. You know what's funny is I can do this, like I said, I can do this over and over again and never make a single mistake. But then, you know, you try to like live stream it and all of a sudden you just, like all these stupid little things happen and like F's it all up. If that boat had completely flipped over and got wrecked right there when I hit that, that would have just been perfect. Would have been one of those, see, how improbable. All right, so... kind of jumped a little further away than I wanted to. Got to get over here. All right. So we'll try to get these guys done. Come on now. I know you can hook up a keyboard and a mouse to like an Xbox. Well, yeah, I guess I don't know about the mouse. I know you can hook a keyboard up to the Xbox Series X. You know, since it's Microsoft, I mean, I would think they would have support for a mouse. But I don't know if Xbox would let you play this game with a mouse. It may not allow that. It would be awesome if you could, though. I think they would probably say, though, that there would be too much of an advantage, like especially if you're in a public session with other people. I think that you'd have way too much of an advantage if you're playing with a mouse and they're playing with a console controller. So they probably wouldn't allow that anyway. Either they wouldn't allow the mouse in the first place, or if they allowed it, they would only let you play with other people also using mouse, would be the restriction on it. At least that's what would make the most sense to me. I'd be pretty irritated if I were in here playing console with this controller and some dude I was in a fight with keeps on like super accurately hitting me, and it's because he's got a mouse to aim with. So, all right, let's get this guy. Did not get the gate keys from this guy this time, though. All right, so this time I am not going to shoot the guy through the gate. I'm going to take out this guy and leave it at that. He dropped the gate key. Oh, I couldn't help myself. He was standing perfectly still. I had to. All right. Actually, this one is going smoothly now. We're killing people on cue. We've got good timing. We'll take care of this guy at the top of the stairs. And then get the money out of the safe. And I think we can get down in time to beat the Juggernaut. That's really the main thing timing-wise. He's coming around the corner, that Juggernaut, and you got to get down and run past that first. Wow, that big arrow, like, filled my screen for a second there from the desk. All right, so we got... I'm stuck on walls. Yes, I can do it. You can see the Juggernaut on my little radar off to the right. He's coming around. He's like turning toward me. But I can get down here. There we go. Nice. Finally. Kyle goes right. I told you, man. Third time's the charm. Third time is the charm. Now. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There we go. One more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. All this effort for tequila. Had to restart this thing twice. I should make a compilation video, how not to do Kaio. Mistakes were made. All right, here we go. Watch the heat. 1, 2, 3. Almost burned myself. This will be the last one, though. This one will go. There we go. All right. And now we are in the clear, and we managed to shoot that guy through the gate this time. So without alerting the entire compound. Now, Juggernaut might be out here still. Yep, but he's already gone by. He's already going the other way. All right, so we'll jump up here. And now if we just kind of stay to the right here, then we can... There we go. We're done. Well, not totally. I got to steal the motorcycle, jump in the water, but we're done with the compound at this point, and we're still in stealth. And we've got everything. We've got full loot bags. We got the main target. We didn't fail any hacks. We're definitely under 15 minutes, so we should be good for the Elite Challenge, which is an extra 100 grand on hard mode. All right, so... All right, this guy. Hello, sir. I need to borrow this bike from you. I'll give it back, I promise. You can fish it out of the water when I'm done with it. All right, so watch for the palm tree out in the distance. And just to the right. So Cayo Perico, you know, you can normally finish it in less than an hour, but yeah, not when you completely F it up over and over and over again. All right, we are set. Swim for the ribs. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and set my radar back to the expanded view at this point, because I'll need it for free mode. 7:34. All right, I've got about a half hour to do my bunker sale and my nightclub sale. Oh my. Not gonna lie, that took way longer than it should have. So I had to restart Cayo twice. Third time was the charm though, so now we should get our full payout here. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that 5.1 million is BS. So unfortunately with tequila, the payout is pretty low. We got it done in 11 minutes. We got no hacks failed. We got full loot bags, I'm sure. All right, so it'll be it'll be like 1.4 million roughly, 1.37 million. Not bad, not bad. I mean, think of it this way, that's on the low side for Cayo payout. That is definitely on the low side, but it's still like the best money you can make in the game. So I got no complaints. Now I got 25 minutes to bust out this nightclub and bunker sale. I should be able to do that. The only possible hiccup with that will be if the bunker sale is the Merryweather Mission, because that always takes like 15 minutes to complete. But whatever. It is what it is. I should probably grab my safe out of my arcade too, on my way to my nightclub. And I think my lucky spin is available also. I don't think I'm gonna have time for a payphone hit at this point. That coyote took way longer than normal. I can finish that thing in 50 minutes usually, and I want to say that took like a good hour and 15 minutes. I want to say. All right. Come on, where's my oppressor? Yes, I'm feeling impatient. I don't want to wait. I want my oppressor now. All right. So, dude, this dude runs into me. I'm going to fire a rocket up his backside. So we'll stop by the arcade. We'll get the money out of the safe. And then we'll get to the nightclub and sell that. And then we'll get to the bunker and sell that. And then we would get to the casino, do the lucky wheel spin. If there's time, do a payphone hit. And then I got to buy my next Kaio, which is the whole point of doing this stuff while I'm waiting for the Kaio cooldown so I can get hard mode for the next one. So let's get in here. Hitting that time crunch. I know my buddy will be texting soon. But if he texts and says he's not coming till like 9 or something, why then I'll be able to do all that stuff. Heck, I might be able to do another Kaio at that point. So do we have 100,000? I actually didn't notice when I was walking in. No, we're at 71,890. So yeah, that's another thing I'm going to have to do. I don't think this thing is generating 5,000 every 48 minutes. I'm going to have to go through the machines and get the machines set up to max out the safe. I never did do that on this one. I mean, I put a fair amount of machines in there, but not it's not like maxed out the way you can. So I'm not going to worry about the agency safe yet because I haven't done enough security missions for it to generate significant money. I think it's like only generating like $250 every 48 minutes right now. Eventually, I will do 200 of the agency security missions, and then the agency safe will actually generate $20,000 every 48 minutes, which is awesome. Up to a maximum of 250,000, I think it's in the safe, or is it 350,000? I don't know. I'll say this for the buff they did to the safe in the nightclub here. They definitely improved the payout there. Usually I'd come in, this is almost exactly 10 times what I would normally have. Usually I get like 3,100, it's at 31,000. So let me deposit my cash here though. And the safes can start generating cash again. Well, I mean, the arcade one. I guess neither of them were full, so they were all still generating, but all right, so where are we at product-wise? We're not full. Oh. You know what, though? Actually, I forgot. My AFK grind got interrupted last night. I did something with the controllers, and okay, it's going to be the helicopter, isn't it? Sounds like we're going to have to, yeah, all the way to Paleto Bay, too. Man, that sucks. That's a long way away. That's like the furthest distance you can go. And then I'm going to have to use that stupid cargo bob to lift up this mule. And this mule, by the way, it's really heavy. The cargo bob does not do very well with this mule. We'll see how we do. Come on now, get out of my way. I'll just jump down on the freeway. Abuse physics a little bit here. Oof. All right, guys. There we go. So we got to go all the way around to Paleto Bay, and there's a cargo bob in the construction in that neighborhood there, the one that's like right by Beaker's Garage, right across the street from Beaker's Garage. There's some construction being done. It's been under construction for 9 years now. Anyways, I will get the cargo bob there, and then I will airlift this truck out to a barge out at the sea. Yeah, can't talk. Airlift this truck out to a barge that's out at sea by Paleto Bay. And this particular vehicle, the mule, is really heavy, and the cargo bob actually has a hard time flying with this. I have to be really careful with it. It's doable. It's not impossible or anything like that, but it's definitely not the best vehicle to be carrying with a cargo bob. Oh. And of course, it gives me the longest distance to travel because, I'm in this time crunch. We're coming up on like almost only 15 minutes left here. Does anybody else have any big plans for Saturday? I know we're going to watch a movie. We've been watching older movies lately. My buddy and I, last week we watched Heist, or The Heist. I don't know. I guess I don't know exactly what that title is. It's either The Heist or it's Heist. And it was from 2001. It had Gene Hackman and Danny DeVito in it. And it was actually pretty good. I want to say they got a little silly with the double crosses and the misdirections. The characters were playing a really, really deep game with each other, but I feel like it was unrealistically deep. I mean, you can only, oh, well, you didn't know this. Oh, no, well, I did, and actually you didn't know this. Oh, no, but actually I knew that you knew this and that I knew that, so I did that. It's one of those things where they kept one-upping each other with the deception, and it got to the point of being a little bit unbelievable at the end. But other than that little criticism, the movie overall was very enjoyable. Gene Hackman was such a good actor. And honestly, I think Danny DeVito is kind of underrated too. He, most people think of him as comedy, like from Taxi or from Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he can be a pretty decent serious actor when he wants to be. He definitely has a lot of gravitas on screen, I want to say. And then the other movie we watched the week before that, also from way back in the day, was called The Cleaner or something, starring it's not Samuel L. Jackson. It's or is it? Maybe it is Samuel L. Jackson. Sometimes I mix up Samuel L. Jackson and Lawrence Fishburne. For some reason in my head, I'm mixing it up. I can't remember if this movie had one of the. When I say I mix them up, not like normally. I know the difference between the two, but what I'm saying is for The Cleaner, I can't remember if it was Samuel L. Jackson now or if it was Lawrence Fishburne. But that was another movie that was actually pretty good. He's I want to say it's Samuel L. Jackson, and he plays a guy who comes to murder scenes, and he cleans up like the blood and stuff. Not as a criminal, as an official service. And he actually starts the movie narrating with an explanation, and he says, "Did you know that if a crime, if a homicide or something takes place in your house, after the police are done with the scene, and then there's still pools of blood and stuff, it is on you to clean it, and there are companies you can call to come and clean that sort of thing for you, in totally up and up." Legitimate companies, and that's what he does for a living in this movie. But he ends up getting set up, being called to a crime scene that wasn't officially on the police books, and so it a lot of intrigue, a lot of interest. Definitely a good watch. Also, just like that Heist movie with Danny DeVito and Gene Hackman. So, all right. So we're going to pick up this heavy, heavy truck with this cargo bob. At least the cargo bob they give you in this mission has a longer hook chain than the normal one. That is one good thing that it does have. So let's Get this thing up in the air. And yeah, Tony, you seriously need to stop calling me, buddy. I mean, I appreciate it. I do, man, but you've got nothing of value to add to the conversation here. So, oof. Gotta get, okay. Did I get it? No. And the hook somehow magically passed through the truck that time. There we go. So this thing, the Cargo Bob has a real hard time with this truck. You gotta definitely keep the throttle up, and you want to actually, if you let go of the left stick, the Cargo Bob will actually fly forward on its own from the weight of the truck. But you want to be careful doing that because it also flies downward when you do it. So even though my helicopter, as you can see here, is moving forward, I'm actually like, I don't know if I can show it on the camera. I'm not going to try. I'm actually pulling back gently on the left stick to keep it from dipping down. And I'm just going to let it carry itself forward with its own momentum from the weight of that truck until we get out over the barge. With this particular truck, this is kind of a delicate operation. You got to be careful. Thankfully, you can drop it from a pretty good height, even though I too tend to come down a little lower here. And all right, so we are getting close. And I think there we go. Boom. All right. And I don't worry too much about crashing into the barge. I mostly worry about just getting that truck. It's laying on its side, but that's their problem. I mostly just worry about getting that truck onto that barge. And I also saw during that the Kasaka cooldown ended, so I can go buy the next Kasaka. I'm not going to run it right now. All right, so we got that done. And let me land here.
And the sale is made.
Yes, Tony, I know it is made. Okay, so it's Tony calling to say the sale was done. So I'm actually going to just take a shortcut and jump sessions to put myself in my Kasaka quickly here. And so we got the Kaio done. We got the nightclub done. I wanted to get a bunker done. I've got about 12 minutes. Well, I mean, actually, I don't know until my buddy texts me. Normally we do it around 8 and it's 7:48. So we'll see. He might be coming a little bit later. And if anyone is interested, like I said, I will be streaming with friends tomorrow. We'll be doing casino heists. It won't be expanded and enhanced, though, at that point. I'll be back on my Xbox One character instead. But, I mean, it looks pretty much the same. I think some of the improved visuals in expanded and enhanced probably gets lost over stream, I want to say. I don't know. I have to go back and look at it and really compare the two. It's probably, how about this? It's probably not such a big difference that it's worth worrying about. I feel like we still at are we still like way north? We are, aren't we? Looks like it from the map, the radar. I'm gonna fast travel for $10,000 freaking dollars instead of 2. That really sucks. I can't believe they changed that. That seems like a really unreasonable price to have to pay for that. Oh, and I'm an idiot. I should have gone to Chumash. If I wanted to do a bunker sale, my bunker's in Chumash. I'm so in the habit of going to Vespucci Beach with this thing. I just kind of did it on autopilot there. All right, no matter. Chumash is not that far from it. I'm certainly not going to fast travel again. You know, of all the scenes of the Kasatka coming up out of the water, I think this is one of my favorite ones when it's like sunset. Maybe when the sun's a little bit lower and it's maybe a little more orange, but that just looks so cool to me. That's been the thing about this game that I've always liked, though. Like, even all the way back on PS3, I remember playing, oops, I think I just heard my buddy text. Give me one sec here, people. Just got to look and see. I can type. There we go. My apologies, guys. I normally do not use my phone while I'm streaming, but this is just kind of a weird situation here. All right. So you guys ever see that on Twitch sometimes? Some of those people will be streaming and they'll just be like sitting on their phone. You know, like, why are you even streaming if you're going to be on your phone? Okay, he's saying 8:30 p.m. I'm going to say yes. That's perfect. Okay. All right, cool. 8:30 p.m. then. So actually, I've got like 40 minutes. Well, I mean, I'll get off before then, but I'm not in such a rush where like he's going to be here in 10 minutes now. We still got to figure out a movie to watch anyway. Anybody have any suggestions? What's a good movie? Preferably something on like HBO Max or Netflix or Amazon Prime or something. All right, so we will do this real quick. And now I don't even care if I get the Merryweather Mission. It'll be fine if I do. I've got time. That's the other thing. If I'm going to make a list of things in Expanded and Enhanced that seem to be like a little bit bugged out, I notice in the cutscenes, it's really murdering my crew emblem on my sweatshirt. Actually, I think I already said that one anyway, but I notice it a lot in the cutscenes when I can see the front of my shirt. You know, normally my crew emblem is here with the skull thing, and I know it's not the same skull from YouTube, but when I'm in the cutscenes, it's just this weird, like, I don't know, thing. I don't even know what it is, just like a blob of graphic garbage. So resupply, always pay for supplies. Do not waste your time with those supply missions. Come on now. Watch it be Merryweather.
Okay, expect law enforcement to get
Nope.
away on
All
the
right.
trail, but
It's
hopefully
Phantom
the
Wedge.
Phantom Wedge we're lending you will get them out of it. Stick to the route.
That's perfect, actually, because now I'll be able to finish this pretty quickly, assuming I don't wreck the Phantom Wedge. I almost never mess this up, but once in a while, you can get the Phantom Wedge into a weird predicament, and you can't get the trailer back on or whatever. Although, admittedly, with the advent of the Up and Atom ray gun, when you do get the trailer, like, or any vehicle stuck off in a weird place, you can usually get it unstuck now. The only exception to that being the dune buggies from the other bunker sale mission that are so weak that and they get stuck so bad that they can get stuck to the point that the Up and Atom ray gun will destroy them before they get unstuck. So that's the one caveat to that. But this thing doesn't usually have a problem. It's just once in a while things go loopy. And again, look at Kaio today. I had to try the main heist 3 times to finish it. Unbelievable the way that kept on going. So let's get in here. Now I think the tires on this Phantom Wedge are bulletproof, unlike your personal Phantom Wedge, the one I used for the Longfin mission when I'm prepping for Kaio. These are bulletproof tires because they never go out on me. You know, I'm gonna take the main road up. This isn't exactly the shortest distance to where we're going, but sometimes it's easier to fly at high speed up a straight line like this. He's going to have those spike strips out, and it's not going to pop these tires. That police van that I just went by. So, oh, come on. Yeah, see, almost bit it there. Almost bit it there. Anyways, yeah, sometimes it may not be the shortest distance, but you can maintain a better speed on the more straight roads without going through all those twists and turns. So it's just better to go this way instead. But if you've played GTA at all, you know not to trust the navigator on your GPS. Sometimes it gives ridiculous routes to follow, which you should not be following. Part of the problem with the GPS is it doesn't take into account driving the wrong way down one-way roads, which is something we'll do, but the GPS doesn't account for that, so it doesn't always give you the best route. So is this, I think this is down at the docks. Actually, that's perfect, because that's where I launched my payphone hit from anyway, so that puts me in perfect position to do that after this. And should be able to get a quick 85 grand. That's one thing I did last night. I know on yesterday's stream I tried to do a payphone hit, but it wasn't available to me yet. Last night after stream offline, I did more of the agency stuff, and I unlocked the payphone hits. So, all right, let's. Hopefully this truck won't cause me too much trouble. You know what? I'm going to make this turn a little tighter here and go down this way. It'll be a little bit easier. All right. And we're done with this pretty much. Just have to weave through these containers. There we go. So we did Cayo, we did Nightclub, we did Bunker, we renewed Cayo for the next one, which I'll do tomorrow night. And now I'm going to do a payphone hit, and then I'm going to hit my lucky wheel spin, and that's probably where I'm going to end it. I got to, at that point, start getting ready. Let's call for my oppressor. You know, calling for your oppressor here at the docks is a risky proposition. And I say that because there are some places on the docks where if you call for it, okay, good. This is not one of those places where you call for it here and it'll spawn like over on Elysian Island instead of here. And it's really annoying.
Like you sold out.
And I wish they would fix that. But again, as we've said 1,000 times here, Rockstar only fixes things that is not game breaking. If it's absolutely game breaking and ruining your experience, they will leave it in forever. So that's Rockstar for you. So okay, this is the payphone that I will always do the payphone hits from because it gives the best locations. And to get a payphone hit, if you haven't done it, all you do is call Franklin, and the pop-up menu will be request payphone hit, which you'll see in a second. So there we go. And now answer the phone. I'm not going to sit through his explanation because I know all the missions anyways. So it's going to be the pop star. I can already tell. It's not letting me cancel it. You know what? I wonder if it only lets you cancel it after you've already had it. Maybe that's what it is, because I'm hitting the A button here and it's not canceling the call. But it's going to be the pop star, which means I'll have to take him out in one of a few different ways. Hopefully it's not the truck, but the 3 ways you get the bonus on this guy are either you chase him with a police car until he freaks out and crashes himself, or you steal a Vagos lowrider car and you make it look like a Vagos hit, or you get a semi-truck and you ram him until his vehicle explodes. And I don't like sitting through these phone calls. Normally I cancel them, but I'm guessing because it's the first time I'm hearing this call, it's going to make me listen to it. Probably the next time I get this one, I can cancel, I'm thinking. We'll see. All right, Franklin, I get it. Jeez. It's not that complicated of a mission, man. All right, it is the pop star, like I said, and we'll see him on the radar in a minute, and we'll also get a notice in a minute that tells us the way they want you to take him out. You can actually take him out any way you want. You can just drive up and shoot him if you want, and it's actually really quick and easy, but then you'll only get 15,000. If you take him out the way they say to take him out, you get a bonus of 70,000 on top of the 15, and that's how you get 85,000. Okay. Oh, the truck cab. Crap. All right. Ironically, well, I guess there's nothing ironic about it. Unfortunately, how about that? Unfortunately, the Phantom Wedge, your personal Phantom Wedge, doesn't count for this. So if you call your Phantom Wedge and use that to ram him until he blows up, you won't get credit for it. You have to use like a Rockstar approved truck. So what I need to do is wait now for Imani to send me a location where I can find a truck on the radar and then use one of those to ram them. And this is probably the most difficult, well, definitely the most difficult way to take this guy out. Okay, wait, there's the source. Okay. It's the question mark on the radar. This is definitely the most difficult way to take this guy out because he's in a fast car and you're in a semi-truck. So he can outrun you and outmaneuver you pretty easy. So it's kind of tedious. This might even be maybe the hardest one of all the payphone hit missions. You don't get it very often. So where are the trucks? Are they back here? Ah, there it is. Okay, so they'll want you to use like this. All right, here we go. And now you can see on the radar, the dude is like 1,000,000 miles away now. How do you get out of here? I guess it's this way. I don't spend much time in here. All right, so we got a ways to go to get over to where this guy is now. And like I said, I'm in a truck, which is not the fastest vehicle, and he's like in a sports car, so he's going to be hard to catch. But if you can kind of get him out of control, I think the easiest one to do with this is probably the police vehicle, because the police vehicle is fast and you just turn on the sirens and the flashing lights and you stay close to him until his intimidation factor goes all the way, and then he crashes himself and blows himself up, and that one's pretty easy. The Vagos one, you'd think it would be easy, but he's he's a little more bullet resistant than you would think. And you know, I think is he up in Mirror Park? I think looks like, I can't tell from my radar. I mean, even with the expanded radar, he's off of it. I think he's up in the Mirror Park area by the casino, though. It's you can see on my radar, if you're looking for it on the lower left, he's the red circle with crosshair on the top of the radar. So, okay, yeah, he's up by the casino. All right, well, we're not too far away then. Oh, but he's heading north, like toward Madrazo's compound. That's kind of weird. That's not good. I'll tell you that. I don't want him to get on the freeway and head up to Sandy Shores or anything. I've never seen him do that. He's going pretty far north there. All right. Here we go. Too much traffic on this road. Slowing me down. I hope he turns right up there. Right or left. I don't even care. Just don't go straight. No, he went straight. Wow, he's heading northward. I've never seen him go that far north before. Can I slip under these trees? I'm going to take a gamble. Yeah, we did. Okay. Oh, there he is, too. He's going up these. Oh, I got to be careful maybe not to ram him off the cliff then. Okay, there's the first hit. Oh, I'm going to be at a real disadvantage on these hills with this semi-truck. The hills are going to slow me down, and he's going to be so fast. All right, I got to try to get this guy. Oh, you got to be kidding. Oh, come on, man. Really? Really? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Hopefully we can get up this hill. All right, well, that wasn't too bad. We got back up. That sucked. That really sucked. I can't believe that. Boy, I may not be done in time for my buddy after all, man. This is like I say, I think this might be the worst payphone hit mission there is trying to ram the sports car with a semi-truck. And even worse this time, trying to ram a sports car with a semi-truck up in the hills. That's lends itself to a lot of problems, I think. Look how far away he is now, too. He really ran, and I don't have the speed compared to him, especially on these roads. I have to keep going uphill and stuff. Eventually, if it's not going to be worth the time, I'm just going to pull out a gun and shoot the guy, take the 15 grand and be done with it. You always have that option. Never forget that. You don't have to do this the special way if you don't want to. And honestly, if I can't get this guy to stop, I may honestly just pull out my oppressor and go blow him up and forget about it. Go do my lucky spin. I'm only willing to do so much for $70,000. Especially when I got Kaio. It'll pay me $1.5 million for, not too much longer, maybe. I guess we'll see. I'm closing in a little bit at least. I can't believe that hit that I put on him threw me off the cliff, but not him. He managed to stay on the road. And of course, the NPCs are going to keep turning in front of me and blocking me every single turn they can. So here he is. He's visible now. You can see the red arrow over his car up there. And he is still in run mode, but that's not surprising. But he is also on a straightaway. Okay, we're right on him. I'm not sure that we can ram him, though. And I certainly can't. Okay. No, you're going off the road, pal. You're done. And You know what I'm not seeing? I'm not seeing the intimidation thing starting, and I've been ramming him pretty good here. Or not the intimidation thing, but there's like a little meter that usually pops up at this point that shows like how much progress you're making toward blowing them up. It's usually over by the clock thing over there, and I'm not seeing that. This is reminding me of when I tried to use my Phantom Wedge that time. It's like it doesn't work. I have a feeling this might not be the right truck. I know I got it from where they said, but I'm not seeing that. And look, we're down to like 6 minutes left. So you know what? We're done. I don't think we can kill him with that. So it's time to get the oppressor. And let's just oppress him instead. I think that's going to be the best move for this one. We'll get him next time. This one got out of control. Eventually, you just got to cut your losses on time and do what's more efficient. So, all right. Well, he's definitely not going to outrun this. I don't know if I can get a missile lock on him, though. His car probably has a Monitech. Yeah, no. No missile lock. So I got to manual this guy. Oh, so close. I'm like shooting over him, I think. I don't want to blow myself up. Got him. All right, there we go. All right. So we only get 15,000 because actually over on the left, it just happened to pop up my nightclub safe and it said 1,500. I'm like, wait, what? Did they cut this? But no, it was 15,000, thankfully. I didn't have the right truck. I know I got it from the right area. We were definitely in that circle by the question mark. But when you have the right truck and you start ramming him, it starts putting up like a progress bar over by that clock, that countdown clock. And it was not doing that. So that was clearly not the right vehicle to be doing that with. Oh, nope. Oh, I can't spin for another 40 minutes. So, all right, well, then that's going to be where where we're going to end it. Fly back. Actually, I'll probably just spawn into my Kasaka and sit in the security cameras until it's time to until it's time to grind again. All right. Well, hey everyone, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. I'm definitely going to be streaming tomorrow night. I'll probably start around 6 and get like my quick grind stuff out of the way, like the nightclub and the bunker. And then around 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm supposed to hook up with my buddies, and we're going to be running the casino heists. There may be a little bit of technical difficulty. I'm going to have to add Discord into my sound sources and OBS here, and then I'm going to have to find the balance against my voice and against the music and everything. Maybe I'll kill the music for that. I don't know. But anyways, if you're interested, definitely come in, check it out, say hi, hang out with us. We're going to have some fun. Otherwise, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you watching. And as always, have a great game.